already at the level I need to be for the most part. And, trying to think. I think we're heading to Cinnabar now? Yeah. This is we're heading to Cinnabar. Our Magneton and Victory Bell are going to get lots of experience. It's funny when the Eevee is falling behind. Give me a minute. I might have a I might have a solution for this. Now, hopefully I'll remember to take that thing down, but yeah, that's a lot better. Cuts down on the glare, and plus my background looks interesting now. I'd actually just start doing that for now, so I can actually get a proper blind or curtain for that. Alright, now, time for some water routes. Unfortunately, I don't think Slowbro has an animation. It'd be funny, but sadly it does not. Nope, it just follows me around like it normally would. Dratini, huh? Was not expecting that. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Honestly, I might actually just keep it like that, because I like having a Kingdom Hearts backdrop, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of looks like my Station of Serenity. I wonder if they do make stained glass panes of those. It wouldn't surprise me. I know they make mats. Well, mats or rugs, whatever you want to call them. That's actually pretty neat. This is about the level range I should be going into the league. So, any extra bit of training is just fluff at this point. However, whenever we do the rematches, I don't know if we'll be able to get to that tonight. But I need them to at least be level 65 to do all that. I think your boyfriend's off to the side, if I remember correctly. I think they're a multi-battle in Fire Red Leaf Green remake. Cause I can't say in the remake because this is a remake of a remake. Sort of. Sort of. No, not really. Wouldn't really classify it as such. You know, at least there's some variety with some of these trainers. Instead of, you know, just fighting the tired and true Tentacool and Tentacruel over and over again. Of course, I guess I can't really stereotype swimmer trainers that much, can I? Though I will say it was kind of shocking to see that one swimmer have a Dratini. I was not expecting that. Of course, that's a bit of a problem. You know, it's interesting when you have enough time to type out a whole paragraph. So the post-game stuff we're going to do is, yes, I'm going to probably wrap things up next week. Wait. Yeah, next week with this game. And then, depending on how much time we have, we may start up the next one. Unfortunately, it's like, I'm going to start up a game and then I'm going to disappear for a week. Because, this month is pretty jam-packed with things that I have to do. Hopefully we come back without an issue, because I swear every single time I've traveled in the past year and a half, I come back sick with something. Woohoo! Going to kind of ignore the Tentacore and Tentacruel because they are not easy to capture. They're ones that move around with the gimmicky motion controls, and I'm not really too good with doing that right now. Although I find it funny that Magikarp still just flops around on the water. Because it's in water now. You should be able to swim somewhat normally. May have made that a little too chilly. Iced coffee. When in doubt, make your own. Maybe it's made a little too cold though. Seriously. Especially since Stormy can naturally learn Psychic in this game. Now, I do remember that in the originals, as well as Fire Red and Leaf Green, they made it nigh impossible. Once you got here, it was a dead end, with no way to really traverse the Seafoam Islands. You had to come through from the Cinnabar way. Not so much now. Also, I believe this girl will heal ya. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to also showcase something since we have the Master Ball now. I am actually going to showcase us fighting the legendary birds. Now I'm going to say before I capture them, because this is for Let's Play reasons only. I will be catching them off screen though, because again, we have to struggle. But but the big thing is, I'm wanting to showcase that every single legendary Pokemon has a unique animation. I say each and every, but there's only 4, but still. They each have their own unique animation. You'll see what I mean in a moment. But it's supposed to go through the round hole, not the square hole. Everyone knows that. There's nothing to do except battle here. I see someone hasn't gone into the depths of this place. Yas! Alright, well, this was a bad matchup and a bad choice. So, let's go ahead and soak up the electric damage here. Perfect. You're lucky I don't have Poison Point. Is your team just the 3 evolutions in this game? Vaporeon, I believe, has a higher physical defense? Yeah, that appears to be the case. And that's what you get for using moves like Hydro Pump. I was like, am I going to eat my words there? Woohoo! 5 rare candies. Well, I may use at a later point. Alright. Maybe I shouldn't have Slowbro following me so I don't get confused with the wild Pokemon that appear here. The problem with using strength in this game is you have to talk to the object in question every single time. Oh, Zubat. And Golbat. Alright. That's as low as that one will go. Eek. Mo Golbats, mo problems. Wait a minute. I are smart. I promise. Alright. One time I'm going to use repels because, my word, moving boulders around is hard enough. Imagine when the Pokemon actually get in the way and cause physics to happen. Alright, no, not there, not yet. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's always easy to get lost in Seafoam Islands. Fortunately, Cerulean Cave is not as much of a headache in this game. But the caves I always got lost in. They were Cerulean Cave in the originals, Seafoam Islands, and I always got lost in Victory Road. Repel wears off. First thing that appears is a Slowpoke. That's not how this works. It's supposed to be Zubat. Everyone knows that. I'm in a cave after all. Alright, okay, so I need to get over there, correct? So I think I go up here. Then you go down here. I will say, the two caves I've always gotten lost in every Pokemon game are two optional ones. They are the Whirl Islands and Mount Mortar. I always got lost in those ones. Alright. When in doubt, let's take the shortcut. And what do I mean by that? Boulders are the only thing that fall through holes. Although it looks like there's a way down over here, so... I'm just going to do it once just to show off the humor. Whee! Even though my ankles and shin should be broken. Okay, that should have stopped this current down here. Yep. So now that area is traversable. Eevee, what you got to say? Feels the tension in the air. Wow. So we stopped that current, but we gotta stop this one now. It's actually fairly simple. Well, sort of. But years of boulder puzzles have taught me well. And I did not mean to run into that slowpoke. The problems with three-dimensional movement. You go down an angle you're not supposed to, and it makes you jump down the hole even though that's not what you wanted to do. Don't you love when that happens? Alright, fine. We'll just do it this way. Duh. Wish you could push. I guess it doesn't matter. I wish you could push them diagonally. And now we follow suit. Whee! Not what I meant to do. Okay, there's only a TM here. Or not. I'll take a big pearl. Sure. Okay. What you gotta say, Ulrich? Just the presence? Yep. I mean, the presence you're sensing is literally right in front of us, so... Alright, do I have the Pokemon to do this? Yes. Okay. Okay, we're going to save here, and then we're going to restart in a sec, because I want to show off a mechanic. And this is Articuno. So, as you know, this thing is considered a boss Pokemon in this game. How it works is, like Snorlax and Electrode for some reason, whenever you battle them, whenever you encounter them, you have to battle them and defeat them first before you get a chance to capture them. And the one thing that really does bother me, let me move myself here. We have a time limit. Because everyone loves having those in games, don't you? Don't we? But thought out. It's a fire type using a fire move. Okay, so what I'm showing off here is now we have the chance to capture them. Now, because it moves around constantly, this is why I'm like, no. And the other thing I will point out, berries have no effect on them. You're literally catching them at their full power, but they have no chance of fleeing because you went through all that trouble to get here. So I will show you something neat. Every single Pokemon, legendary Pokemon, has a unique animation for the Master Ball. Articuno there just tried to headbutt it away. Is it going to capture? It's the Master Ball. Of course it will capture. So, anyway. Going back in and resetting. So, Articuno will be there for later. I don't want to deal with it now because of all the movement it does. Because, newsflash, when they made this game, the motion controls weren't really programmed very well. So, go figure, right? What gets me is, though, it took them... Why do they have an issue with motion controls for the Switch? This is how many years after the Wii? You really would have thought that they would have fixed that by now. Anyway. No, I'm not going to be lazy. Let's just get out here the old-fashioned way. Because if you come out the other way, you'll end up at, you will end up at the Cinnabar Island side of Seafoam Islands. I need to go up the way I didn't come up. Alright. Okay, there was nothing I could have done about that, Dugong. He literally spawned right on top of me. No. Thank you. Question is, how do I get over there again? Is it literally just this ladder? I did not... this is part of the problem with the ladder detection in this game. Also, I have a question. Who in the world installed these ladders? That's one thing that always bothered me about caves. It's like, okay, who put in these stairs and these ladders? Like, really? I didn't mean that... Come on. Okay. Yeah, this is where that current takes you. Now, how do I find that exit? Do I have to fall through? That's actually a little silly, but okay, sure. Why not? Actually, what's over here? Am I about to have a big derp moment? Okay, I'll just cut out that nonsense. The exit was over here the whole time. So yes, that did turn into a big derp moment. Anyway, here's the exit for the Cinnabar side. And that's going to be all the time that we have. So until next time, Ryo Nakage 33 signing off.